All right, what's happening, speculators? Let's fire up the Futures Fanatic live stream for the afternoon of, it's Tuesday, right? Tuesday, August 19th, 2025. First people in here, if you can give me a one for picture and sound, I appreciate it as soon as you hear my voice after the delay. I want to remind everybody that this broadcast is for educational purposes only. The opinions expressed are only mine. I'll be the only guy on the mic. And all trades presented should be considered hypothetical and should not be expected to be replicated in a live trading account. That is especially true for today, since I am testing this Thor Copier. Really hit it a little hard last week and now back at it with the new update. And I give it about a C, C+. It's going to need some work, but I'm going to show it to you today, give you some of my feedback, and then eventually do a review at the end of the week after I talk to Leon over at Phoenix Trader Funding. Him and his team are the people that built it. So it's got a lot of good things and then just needs a little bit of refining around the edge. But, well, that's what we'll be doing today. Real quick on the Kerpos is I am in positions that are being copied across all of these accounts, essentially long the MES, long the MNQ, and long the Dow Jones. If we're doing it the TDG way, it would just be the Dow Jones, but I wanted to test it in a little bit more active markets. So small R going on right here, getting absolutely hammered in this is down 90 bucks, but really lost almost $300 today in Bitcoin. So this will be the last trade here. If this one doesn't work out, we just hit the close button for all this Bitcoin over here. So I got Bitcoin in the Ninja accounts over there, and then trading this Thor client here today. All right, thank you. All right, so Thor is, first of all, it's a thick client. There's going to be a web interface, I guess, at some point, but it is a thick client, and there it is. I'm not going to go with full training on here because I'll go into it a little bit later, but what's very cool is this component, which is, you know, it's a nice visual way of seeing you can add both connections like Rhythmic or Tradevate if you don't see the firm listed here, but you know the firm supports Tradevate, or you can just click directly on the firm. So that's super cool. I don't know of anyone that I've seen that's sort of laid it out like this. MES Capital is the backer of OneUp Trader. So this is actually a live connection in some instances, not always. So anyway, very, very cool. So what I did was I had originally had it connected to 4 accounts, but I wanted to just cut it back down to 2 for today, just to keep it kind of simple. And so I'm connected to the account list here. You can see, I don't know if you'd be able, where can I, user list. Anyway, I'm connected to PropShop and I'm connected to Bullinox right now, okay? PropShop and Bullinox. Now, on PropShop, since I'm connected to TickBlaze, I can see the actual positions, but for Rhythmic over on Bullinox, I can't see the positions. So what you're supposed to be able to do is see the positions right here, but here's a little bug that I've found it was working before, but now it's not working on this latest update. So I am in positions, but I don't have positions being synced right here. So that's definitely a bit of an issue. I wouldn't trust or want to work with a copier unless I could see a confirmation of the trades over here. So what I'm going to do is just like a little bit into this stream a little later, I'll just disconnect from Rhythmic over here on Bullinox, and I'll just see what's going on with these orders to make sure that they're flat or whatever. So that's my plan there. All right. No, don't have any gold. I've been trading almost exclusively the treasuries today in my own accounts, just trading like the ZB, which is up about 50 bips, which is kind of nice. On a percentage basis, change from close, not 50 ticks. I wish it was 50 ticks. So it's not 50 ticks. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Thor kind of all week. That's the plan. So we'll do Thor across a bunch of accounts tomorrow. I'll connect some more. We'll see how it goes. We can also look at mapping. This thing does a lot of kind of neat things that I haven't seen elsewhere. In other words, you can map between instruments, which I know you can do at some places, but you can also map in a more sophisticated manner. And at some point, they're thinking of maybe even being able to cross map on instruments. So, for instance, if you went long the S&P 500, you could buy a option over at a brokerage firm, but that's probably down the line. For now, it's mostly just to copy prop accounts. One thing I will add is like, so for instance, if I wanted to add something else to this account group, you just copy it right here and you duplicate the client, and then it'll tell you that you have a possible duplication there. So I switch it from here to to like one of my master accounts and then select that and save. And now I'm connected to, from this account, 001 is the lead. By the way, that's the first account I ever bought from PropShop because we're doing the wire-to-wire challenge, which you guys should all be doing as well. And that's going to map to a master account over on over here, but it's not indicating anywhere visually that this is out of sync or anything like that. So just early on, I think this is going to be feature rich and probably best for just trading market orders across different accounts. Whereas I still think that affordable indicators or Replicano is going to be really hard to beat if you're using Trade-Evade accounts and one Rhythmic connection over on Ninja, and you also want to trade between interactive brokers and your Ninja brokerage account or whatever. That's not what this tool will be for. This will be nice to copy across, you know, from Project X to Trade-Evade to Rhythmic, and then mostly probably with market orders, because all my tests on limit orders, they just don't work. So for instance, if I go and place a limit order here, this is the lead account, I place a limit order right here. Well, this is the same as ETP. You're not going to see it on resting there because it's not a client, it's not client side, right? So it's not going to place this order. So that in and of itself is, you know, a little bit different than, it's really nice when you're using a native built-in indicator copier, something like affordable indicators or Replicanto, that you can just see that order right there. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and cancel this, and I'm just going to enter from market orders when we get potential signals today. All right, so that's about it on that. Other than that, it's been finally a sort of a correlated move to the downside with the NASDAQ and Bitcoin today. So Bitcoin in the shitter, down quite a bit, like $3,000, right? $3,600. And I don't know who the hell was buying Ethereum at 4,500 and 4,600 and 4,750. Just the ones that chase. And I had a bunch of buddies. Oh, it'll be 10,000 by the end of the year. I said, it's probably about 2,700 by the end of the year. So I'm not short Ethereum, but I am looking to try to buy it around 2,500, 2,700. And I have started trading MET quite extensively. It's the most controllable. The contract is so damn small. Does anyone trade MET? Someone's asking about rhythmic issues at PropShop. I haven't had them, and I'm, again, trying this copier here today, so it all seems to be working at least okay for me. I'm looking for a weak close, which probably means they're going to rally it off the -2s today. It definitely looks like the Bitcoin bulls are giving up at least today, and then every time Bitcoin's down like this, I usually load the boat right on the open. So on the open today at the 6 o'clock open, obviously Bitcoin will trade through that hour itself. So sometimes you get some gaps, but I'll be buying some full contracts of Bitcoin live, especially down here. If we get, 111, 112, I think that's a spot that I'll enter. Yeah, you can't trade MBT. Yeah, MET is so small, isn't it? You can feel like a baller, trade 15 of them, 20 of them, 25 of them. All right, really quick recap of what went down today. Those that were in the trade room know this, that I was short up here and had a fantastic day. A couple other accounts on the Dow Jones short. Seems like the Dow Jones is all about one or two instruments every day. Today it seemed like Home Depot is having a great day, so they just bid up the Dow for a little bit. I'm not sure what this was in the overnight. I don't really care when I come in and I see a spike like this. Not really sure what it was, but it happened to hold T-line pretty quickly. It came right back up. So I'm resting in order to buy 44,869. And again, I'm just going to use market orders if I want to do any sort of copying. S&P reversed as well. We're now in a bear continuation, outside day down, significantly down. I love days like this because they set up for a day tomorrow where you'll have this entire profile to work off of with some range expansion. We're well over 100% ATR today. 64.19 is the low, 77 is the high, 55 is the expected range. So we're over the expected range for today already. And tomorrow you'll have POC, which is probably not going to change. And this high volume node here, let me just point these out. So these are all nice levels to work off of. Here, 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 and of course here. So tomorrow when we're trading, who knows where it'll be, right? But we'll have this range expansive day on an outside day down to work off of. Just hoping that I have any money left if Bitcoin keeps going lower. All right, I'm going to enter another one at market here just to test the copier. Make sure that I'm in a 2-lot. Should be, yep, 2-lot on the Dow Jones. So we'll see how that goes. Nasdaq is pushing lower. I'll buy one at 23,400. So this is TickBlaze that you're looking at, not Ninja. But if you want to get the Rankos on Ninja, I just use the Ninjaco Ranko. It's been on my trade. You can download it from the spot on my website, which has been there forever. If you go to the trial page, if you join the trial too, you can get the entire workspace for NinjaTrader, but you do have to have the Rankos loaded. So you see where it says down here, it says install Ninja Ranko. Page download is for those special bars. So you can get those there. They're still free, which is kind of cool. But if we're talking about, I just put it in the chat. If we're talking about what you're looking at here, this is TickBlaze, and you can get a one-click install of this that includes everything. Everything, like everything that you're seeing here, the bands, the entire strategy is one-click install. Everything just banging around the bottom here, so it's gonna. All right, so I have a 2-lot on here. I'm just gonna sell market again, just to keep testing this.
Position synchronized.
And we'll run this up here. Yeah, so we're long just a 1-lot, which is great. Again, if you're just joining, I'm using this new thick client copier. Okay, so another reason that friends don't let friends trade on Macs is that a lot of software just starts as Windows-based software, so you'd have to run it on an emulator or a virtual machine or something. But if you have a Windows machine, of course, it's a thick client machine. And I'm connected to PropShop and 2 Bullinox accounts. What'll be interesting to know, since I can't see the positions tab is not working over here. I don't really know what my positions are over on Bullinox because I just sold the Dow. By the way, the other thing that this does not support is the concept of individual instruments, which is kind of a bummer. At least I haven't been able to figure it out how to set individual instruments. So basically you're just copying everything that you do in that lead account. Now you can vary the size, but you're basically copying everything that you can do in that lead account. So question about market analyzer for TickBlaze. We're going to have all that. So coming probably the next couple months is going to be the order online functionality. So you can just attach an order to an indicator, which is very cool. So we can do that on Ninja. You just go down here and like if you click right here and placed an order, like right here, it would,
Order pending.
you could then attach it to this line, so it's attached to the line, which is pretty cool.
Order
We're
canceled.
going to add OCO orders, the ability to just associate an order after the trade is placed, which will be pretty cool. And then we will have something like that'll be very much like the market analyzer over here on Ninja. So just know, if you're starting to join my stream and everything, the whole goal when we started this project with TickBlaze was to not only replace Ninja, but replace it and make it better. Now, it's got a ways to go. Ninja's been around for 20 years. This has been around for a year and a half. So it's going to have a little, it's going to have its work cut out for us, but we're going to get there. And the one thing that is already huge for my trading and education business is the fact that I can, again, hey, tell you, join my organization. You want to get set up with your charts? It's one-click install. Connect it to data, and you have everything that you see here, right? And then for members of my community, also will give you the extreme turn indicator right here, which is fantastic. All right, that's a nice move for
order submitted.
For Bitcoin.
Order filled.
Kind of
order submitted.
Help me out. I was having a rough go of it over there. So a little pop for Bitcoin. So my purpose is long Bitcoin, long MES, long Dow Jones, and long the NASDAQ. So we got a little bit of everything. I'm going to scratch this NASDAQ trade right here. Again, I'm just mostly testing this.
Position closed.
And we'll come over here and just see. We should be out of everything. Okay. And I'll work my way towards solid green ass. That's what I try to always do in front of everybody, is be a solid green ass. Remember, if we sort these in order, we're still doing the wire-to-wire challenge. The first, I don't know if it's going to let me. I guess I do it by net liquidation value, something like that. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 3. These are the first ones I ever bought. First ones we ever bought. So question about copying between. Yeah, that's what's going to make this the most popular thing, which is when you go to add an account. Whoops, cancel that. Add a connection. See all these connections it has here? Very cool. I don't know of another one that has that. And I assume that TopStep is Project X. I guess it is. And then it also has connections both on DX Feed and Rhythmic. And the plan is to do even more. So you have Trade Funder on DX Feed. Prop Shop you can connect to here, or you can connect to, if you didn't see your account, you can connect to Rhythmic here. So no, this trade copier does not come with TickBlaze. ETP comes with TickBlaze. So what I'm demonstrating today is a new trade copier called Thor, and you can get it right now, but if you hold off, I know, just give me a little bit of time, I'm going to be packaging this all into a VPS, where you can buy a VPS that will have everything pre-installed on it, including Thor and all this stuff. You just have to put in your licenses. You'll have to buy it, of course, if you'd like. But the current pricing for this is, I think they're going to go with $14.95 a month or $20 a month. And the pre-launch stuff was $10 a month. So it's way cheaper than TradeSyncer. Okay. Now, full disclosure, it's still a little klutzy. It's not nearly as good as a native one on Ninja yet, but you know, it's new. All right, watch this. Don't do this at home.
Order filled. Position open.
Let's get short
Position
there.
synchronized.
That's not a level. There's no level there, but I've seen this movie before where we get a bit of a weak close. Let's see if we can get back down here to like 430s. So I see a couple of questions specifically about prop programs. I'm not very knowledgeable about all the details on prop programs like this drawdown or static drawdown or what have you. If you're talking about Phoenix, I'm going to be doing a new interview with Leon that I'll post to my YouTube channel sometime next week, where he will go through some of the programs in more detail. They do have some nice static drawdown programs. Yeah, I just want to be very clear. You see how it says beta up here? This thing is beta, so, and it's very beta. So don't go crazy. I mean, even right now today, I can't go crazy or do much because it's not syncing any of the positions or any of the working orders or any. It doesn't show any of the closed positions here either in terms of the analysis. So this will all get working. There was a new upgrade today, so I know there's some of you that'll just jump right on it, and it's pretty cheap. You can go over there and buy it, but look, don't eat yellow snow. Look both ways for crossing the street. This is not financial advice. I'm not telling you what to do, but let me step on my dick so you don't have to, and just give it a little time, okay? Because there's already comments. There always is. You said to buy this and this, and this sucked, and then I had Tick Blaze, and Tick Blaze sucked for a while. So I want to try to avoid that and make it very clear. Just wait. But it's very promising. And the most promising aspect about it is this thing that I've shown now a couple times. Whoops. This thing that I've shown a couple times. I do not know what the optimize button does. I'm going to click it, see what it does. No data found for main account. So it's loading something. I don't know. I don't know what it's doing, but it didn't look like it did anything. Come on, baby. Come on, Bitcoin. Bail me out. Bail me out.
Order filled.
All right, for those that don't care much about the trading, the copying, the positions that I'm in are, let's go ahead and close this MES. I'm going to close the MES. Remember, I got short the I'm going to sell market
Order
here.
filled. Position closed.
So if you
Position
can see these
synchronized.
two little scalps here that are both worked out, the fact that they worked out does not matter, but because the strategy would get you long right down here. In fact,
Order
I'm going to
pending.
rest that order down there just to confirm if the market comes back and gives me a fill at 17.25. I don't think this is going to get copied. So I need to confirm with Leon and his team whether there's any concept of limit orders resting over there on Rhythmic. I could open Rhythmic, I guess, if I figured out how to have the non-concurrent sessions. Oh, you guys aren't even going to wait? You can't find it on Google? Come on now. Just type in Thor Copier. I bet you it's the first one that comes up. There you go. I'm telling you though, if you wait to use my link and use some special stuff I'm going to have, you're going to like it more than buying it now, but you're welcome to buy it now. Just tune into my streams for a while, and you're gonna have something a lot better than what you can get there. But if you want to buy it right now, just wait. I mean, just do it. All right. I'm going to hit the close button here. Close.
Order filled. Position closed.
And it looks like it did
Position
close it. It
synchronized.
closed it everywhere, which is good. I'm going to close my NASDAQ
filled.
long there.
Position closed.
And now my Kerpos is just long this Dow Jones. Anyone long the Dow Jones with me? I'm going to be very interested to see what my Bullinox positions are in these accounts, because I'm pretty sure that the best practices for something that's market order based is that you want to hit the close button and not the sell market button. So this is getting a little wonky, but as you get used to copiers and the kind of logic, when I was short the NASDAQ there, rather than hit buy market to close it, I hit the close button, which should not initiate a short order in the other account. Just as an example. Waiting to get long the Dow. Yeah, the long Dows are, so I love these, the way these swings come in. They just visually give me these, you know, I'll just go in and connect kind of here, here, and here. A lot of people want to go back and go, well, this is why it did this here and did this there and did this there. It's all random. Even if it went to -2s, it's just random. The thing that's not random is that on days in which we have 100% ATR, which we do on the Dow Jones today too, right? The Dow is, yeah, almost 100% ATR. We're going to stay in 2 standard deviations here. Just going to, I mean, we only have 30 minutes left. We're going to stay within 2 standard deviations. But whether it was to go back down, that's completely random. But now we have a couple random events that have happened here, 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 and here, where we found some buyers in here. So I'll just put in a bid zone. And on some of the accounts where I'm not copying, I just come in here and just pepper the book here and here, and then I'm all set. In case we get some sort of flush to the downside. NASDAQ making a little bit of a run. Oh, go Bitcoin. B, less sucky. B, less sucky. This part looks good now, except a lot of this was red earlier. You know, you just start to exit and then you look like a champ, right? Double dog donkey down and then start to exit and you'll
Filled.
All right. Again, if you're just joining, the exercise today is checking out this new trade copier called Thor. It's got a lot of things that are good about it, many things that will hopefully get improved over time. You can get it right now, just Google Thor Copier, but if you wait just a little bit, check in with my stream this week. I'll be providing some updates on how to get it in conjunction potentially also with some accounts from Phoenix if you're interested. Now, I know there's a lot of people that, you know, the last thing you need is another account at Phoenix. The total bummer was that while it was being built, the whole idea was Phoenix was one of the first ones to support tick plays, but then the cost of Rhythmic got too expensive for them, and Rhythmic sucks anyway. So they switched over to DX feed, but now there's no order management system for DX feed on tick plays yet. So you can get data and you can chart on tick plays, but you couldn't trade your Phoenix account. It all gets so wonky, everybody, because so it effed up our promotion because I wanted to do a promotion. I talked to Leon when he first launched a couple of years ago, and you guys shit all over him and said, oh, they'll never last and there's not enough discounts or whatever. Well, guess what? They're kicking ass, serving mostly clients over there in Europe. They set up their programs correctly, so they're going to stay solvent. They pay extremely quickly. They've got a lot of good programs. The problem is there's just so much choice now. So all things considered, I would still suggest that, you know, a Bullinox or a Apex or a Prop Shop are better options for most people starting out. All right, we'll see if we come back down here and get us a little fill on the Dow Jones. So tomorrow is not an FOMC, it's just minutes. So the minutes have been kind of a dud for a while now. So there's a big difference between an FOMC meeting and a policy statement and just minutes. So yes, maybe I should just leave this on the screen as you guys come in. So I'll just leave this on the screen. There you go. You can't even see what my positions are. These are all the places that you can connect to. And what's great is, like, let's say that there was a Tradevate firm that you were trading with. Like, here's an example. So Legends uses Tradevate. I don't see Legends on here, but you could connect to your Legends account on Tradevate by just selecting Tradevate and putting in your Legends credentials. So, I mean, this has more cross trading than I've seen from any other copier. Uh-oh. Well, maybe I've violated a thing over here on Bullinox on testing this out today. So they should know that the Thor copier is listed on here. Legend sucks balls. I'm a legend at Legends. I mean, it's so hard to be humble when you're as great as I am. It's like, I don't know what to do. I try. I mean, look at freaking Bitcoin's going to bail me out. This shit's crazy. How is Bitcoin going to bail me out today, too?
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Even Bitcoin's going to bail me out.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Go Bitcoin.
Order filled.
Anyone long little MBT? Well, if they end up taking away my one of my masters for that, I'm gonna raise holy hell. No, I really don't care. But so I did a test so you didn't have to. How about if we actually, maybe we could copy. Man, I have so many. Which should we select? Tradeify, take profit. We could do Tradeify. We could do take profit. We could pick a bunch of ones that support. All right, Dow. Can I be patient enough for it to go down to 409s here? Probably not. Trade day as well. Let me see. What I'm going to do is connect to Bullinox over here. I think what it'll do is kick me out over here. We'll see. What it should do is kick me out of, see if it kicks me out on the trade copier. Let's do it in real time. Let's see. All right, connections. We'll connect to Bullinox Rhythmic. Did it kick me out? Still says on. I have no way of knowing. Doesn't look like I have any positions, so far I haven't violated any rules. All right, We haven't violated any rules. But it's good to know. So I'm going to take this out of the account group here. Turn it off. There we go. Off. Off. All right. So there's our Bolonox. Come on. You can connect to any rhythmic prop. So if you don't see the list, if you this is all this is just a visual. This is just a visual thing. So if you know that prop shop is rhythmic, you know, and then what they've done here is show you that Trade Funder, this would be a DX feed. So the answer is it's not only certain ones. You can connect to any Trade of 8 prop and any rhythmic prop. So for instance, if you have a Trade of 8 account at Apex, you don't have to connect and connect here. Like let's say you just put in your Apex information. See, because this looks like a rhythmic thing, right? But you just put in your username and password for your Trade of 8 or whatever connection you have for. If it's a rhythmic connection, you put that in there. If it's Trade of 8, you put it in there. But you could also do the same thing by just hitting Trade of 8. Hit connect with Trade of 8. Do that. See what that does. I don't know. All right, it's cool. It's opening up this over here. We'll allow it. So then you go in and put in your Trade of 8 information here, whatever Trade of 8 information you have. So stay in your lane. The indicator, there's no stay in your lane indicator. It's the entire desktop. So the way you get the entire desktop is by somehow getting on my list. If you're a customer or a member, I should say, then just go over to the TickBlaze channel in Discord, or in the trade room. You can just say, hey, where do I get a link to the and also members. I gave away the extreme turn to a couple of lucky people that were on my stream last week. I ain't doing that anymore because somebody redistributed it. So I'm never doing that again. Congratulations. That's the thing with dealing with the public. You do something nice, and so here's the deal. Download prop done right. I'll take you over here. Download prop done right. Let me move this over here. This is where I go when we want to look at the questions. John, you are? Well then, send an email to info@tradersdevgroup from the email address that you used to sign up as a member, and I'll send it to you. And if you have been on the stream but you've not yet interacted with anything that we offer, everything is free. It's all free except for the trade room. And you only would invest in a trade room once you know that you see value in it. So you can take a trial. We had a Trader Talk Tuesday today with a guy named John. John, if you're on the stream today, thank you for doing that. Who said he was so sold on the concept of accountability and doing these programs correctly that he didn't even do a trial. Because here's what the trade room is all about. It's about watching what I got going on here, and if this bores you to death, then we're not for you. If you'd like to have a stress-free way in which you can pass these programs without ever being concerned about all the minutia about the rules and all these types of things, then do it this way, and you will have accounts that look something like this. If you're concerned that it would take you quite a while to get to the profit objective and start taking profits, then we're also not for you. If you want to pass things in a day, I'm not for you. If you want to do it properly so that you build the discipline and the correct habits so that you always protect and respect your daily risk budget and then know that the profits will take care of themselves, and then eventually you're going to build situational fluency where you'll understand when to get bigger, when to push it, how to have bigger days. Bigger days that won't get you screwed up with consistency. The consistency rule is 40, it's 30. Hey, do I think consistency is great? No. But they have to have it. There's nothing they can do. Because 90% of their customers are just gambling addicts that want to figure out how to skirt between the system and try to get a payout as fast as they can. Is consistency part of real live trading? No, you can be as inconsistent as you want. You can lose as much money as you want in your own live account, and you can make as much money as you want in your own live account. So if you want that, just put money in your own account. But what you don't have in your own account is the ability to use leverage across multiple accounts with copiers, because NinjaTrader and Interactive Brokers and all these firms are not going to allow you to open 10 sub-accounts with $2,500 in each one of them. But Rod, why would that be any different? Why don't I just put $25,000 in one? Because it totally changes the game. You have no ability to trade around positions anymore in the same manner. I mean, you can, but if you start trading minis, then it's just a binary decision. All in, all out at one level. 10-point stop, $500. 10-point target, $500. You have one 10-point stop, and you're done. You're done for the whole day. You've lost more money than you should ever be able to lose in a $2,500 account. All right, we're coming back down on the NASI. Coming back down on the Dow Jones as well. Let's come back over here. Oh, did I say John? No, I said Jeff, didn't it? Oh, sorry. I meant to say Jeff. My name's Jeff. All right, got 1 minute until the market on close orders. Just going to buy this and market if it drops down. What I want to do is confirm that this doesn't get filled. So we'll see. I'll put a limit order in the lead account at 44.9. I don't think it's going to get filled. I mean, if it gets filled here, I don't know if it'll get copied is what I'm guessing. Is what I'm saying. What are you saying? Bitcoin back down. All right, that was a pretty eventful market on close. Pretty uneventful. You would blow. So someone say blew a $25,000 account trading 3 minis like a dumbass. You're going to blow every single account that you ever participate in if you trade minis. Every single one. Eventually. You might skirt through after your 10th or 15th or something, get a payout or two, but it's not a matter of if, it's just when. You'll blow every single account. You'll blow the 150,000s. You'll blow the hundreds. You'll blow the 250,000s. You'll blow the 300,000s. It doesn't matter. Because for those that are unaware, if you put $5,000 of your own money in a brokerage account, a true brokerage account like Interactive Brokers or Thinkorswim or something that's not going to, Charles Schwab, that's not going to offer you toxic day trader margins, You can't trade a mini. It's not even permitted. So I've said this before, and they're grabbing some screenshots, and it's causing all this great stuff on social media because I think I'm the only guy in all with any kind of presence that's repeating this message again and again and again and again and again and again and again. If you watch any influencer or trader or anybody, and that includes some of the people that run some of these firms and still trade a mini or two. If you watch any of that and ever trade a mini, you are going to blow up. It's not going to work. I'm not exactly sure how in the world people gravitate towards the concept of show me your statements and your tax returns and I'm this and that, and let me show you I made $30,000 in my live account. Yeah, that's fine because you have $150,000 in it, or $50,000, or $60,000, or $70,000, or $200,000. You can trade 4 minis if you have $200,000. And all those guys, their $200,000 came from suckers like you using their codes for these programs. They got it all from affiliate. And then they're promoting something that they... So here's the other little dirty little secret, right? They don't get paid once you pass. They're not incented to teach you how to do this. They get paid on your resets. They get paid. So do I. So do I. Right? But they're certainly not out there saying, hey, you should take a month or 2 months or 3 months to get through 3 accounts. Take it really slow. Trade the Dow Jones. Use micros only. Establish a daily risk budget that you self-impose. They're not talking about any of that. They're like, here, this is my strategy, and I'm good, and I'm qualified to teach you how to trade because I made $40,000 in my statement right here. Look, it's on AMP. They're all pikers, by the way, relative to myself and a lot of real traders out there that aren't doing any education. That's the other thing I love. There's no real traders on TikTok or whatever. By the way, I'm on TikTok, but I'm only on TikTok from sound bites that I do here on these live streams. I'm not out there cutting these these things up and creating TikToks. But if I can reach a few more misinformed and struggling traders by virtue of having vertical content, I'll do it. $7 or 8 micros on a $500,000 account. I don't know what the total drawdown is of $500,000, but you're going to put a lot of that drawdown at risk if you trade 6 to 8 micros. What is a $500,000 account? It's only offered at Prop Shop, right? I don't even know how big it is. Is it 10 grand, 12 grand, 15 grand? Who cares? There's just no need to do it. You can size properly. Tron saying if you can't handle an eval, it's beyond that. Not only should you have been able to pass evals, but you better have been able to pass them, fund them, and cash flow them for months. Pass them, cash flow them for months. You cannot trade prop shop accounts on anything except for rhythmic platforms other than Ninja. There's ways that you could stitch it together through a copier, but you wouldn't be trading the prop shop account directly. I don't know. I'm gonna beat you all over the head. There's two things going on here. Okay. Choose firms that offer Trade-Evate, copy, replicate, do it all through Ninja. If you don't like Ninja, okay, then you can trade on Trade-Evate natively on the web, or you can use TradingView, which is a little bit more difficult to copy. So stitch those together. Then in the new world, if it happens to be like a prop shop or another rhythmic firm where you could use Quantile or Addis or whatever, use TickBlaze. Just use TickBlaze. You have my word. I've been doing this a long time. I'm invested in this company. We're going to make this work. Now, you're going to have to wait a couple years before it has a web-based version. So if you're only web and that's all you want, then this is not for you. But if you already use any of the Windows-based platforms, learn TickBlaze. Grab my ebook. Learn how to do prop right. Find out more about how this all works, and you can have one-click install of this exact thing on here and learn these exact systems. The systems and strategies are secondary to the risk management. And the risk management is inherent in everything I teach. If you have a $2,500 account, you can risk 10% of your starting account balance. That's it. End of story. So if you grow it to $3,100, now you have a $310 risk budget. If you want to, you really don't have a $310 risk budget until you've already had 3 to 5 days in about a rolling 22 trading sessions in which you've exceeded your daily risk budget. In other words, it's $250. You better have made $400, $295, whatever. Because otherwise, you're not producing risk-adjusted returns. It's great that you're staying within a defined risk budget, but you're not really earning the right to get off the bunny slopes because for some reason, you haven't quite got to that stage of your career. By the way, I'm just going to hit this and hit the close button.
Order filled. Position closed.
And then cancel this.
Position synchronized. Order canceled.
And then we almost got everything to green today, but not quite. Go ahead and cancel all these orders.
Order canceled.
And if you're just joining, what I was doing is using this new Copier Thor, which I'll be trading with all week. We'll talk more about it. We'll explore a little bit more of the functionality of it. But as I've shown a couple times now, the benefit is this ability to add a connection across a variety of different firms and connections. All right, we've got 1 more minute until the close. Hey, I know this sounds cheesy, but it's been a while since I've asked, and a lot of you already do this, but it really does help spread this stream and more people can watch it afterwards if you hit the like button and just indicate that you're finding this content is useful. Also, of course, helps if you subscribe to the channel,
Order
but
filled.
the best thing to do, in my humble opinion, would be also is if you could come over and download the Prop Done Right ebook or try a trial and, get off the obscurity of YouTube and come on over to our community where there's stuff to learn. I don't understand how anyone doesn't blow their DRB trading mean reversion today. What are you talking about? What if you were short the Dow Jones? How much money did you make there? Looking for it to mean revert. By the way, we don't trade the NASDAQ, right? Friends don't let friends trade the NASDAQ, so just use the Dow Jones. And by the way, look at how beautiful it is on the range trader or on Stay in Your Lane. It's actually an interesting comment because that's what trading is all about, right? These different perceptions. This is what it's interesting to me about humans, and I'm not jumping on you, whoever made that Froggo. Keep making comments, but there's data, there's facts, and then there's perception, right? The Dow Jones was in an outside day up today and leading the charge. Again, we've seen this with United Healthcare recently and Home Depot. The reason doesn't really matter. It reversed all the way back down to another level here as well. So I don't know what about this is not an amazing mean reversion day. Now over here, by the way, is anyone still long? Just letting it run a little bit. If you look at this today, come back to this all in here as I was pointing out. Look at the slope or whatever. It never got outside the bands. If you waited for the +2s, you got short here, you took some heat up to here, but you never had an add. Now, I was adding and trading around this frequently today. How did you get killed mean reverting? In fact, you had an amazing day if you did mean reversion. You're probably referring to trying to get a trade off on the NASDAQ today.
Order
If
filled.
I was guessing.
Order canceled. Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled.
Yeah, there was plenty of opportunities today. Today we had some range expansion. We had about 100% ATR eventually, which was great. But the Dow Jones was a thing of beauty today. Give me a 1 in the chat if it's the opposite, if you had a position somewhat similar to what I had on this morning. And if you're wondering why, well, if that's the case, why don't I see it over here? I get flat as soon as the music is over, I get flat. And then I go off and have avocado toast and do other things. I don't need to be doing this all day long. If I traded the Dow Jones all day long and kept on a little bit of size, it would have been an amazing mean reversion day. Hell, woulda, coulda, shoulda if I just held this position from, let's turn on these lines here and just check out what happened. Data series, show trade connector. Okay, so here's a win right here and here's another win right here, but keeps going. So some of you guys are probably still long. If it's your first time here and you're wondering if this is an indicator, there is an indicator. There's a series of indicators on here, a swing indicator, VWAP bands, using a special bar type. All of this you can learn and get for free. Just download the ebook, start finding out about how to get on our list, get off of YouTube, hit the like button, and you'll find out all about this. And eventually, without buying or purchasing anything, I'll give you access to this whole thing on TickBlaze for free. Everything I do is for free except for the trade room. I don't sell bots. I don't sell signal services. I don't sell indicators. I don't sell a paid Discord. I don't sell anything except one-to-many mentoring, which is the only way you're going to learn this skill is by being in a trade room with someone who really knows what they're doing. If you don't believe that, you are going to continue to struggle. Invest in yourself eventually. We have opportunities to join for 90 days for $249. Some of you might spend or below $249 on resets in a week. Look, I create a lot of content about these prop programs because I think all in all, they're amazing learning tools and they're good value for money and you can cash flow them and you can supplement and complement your income if you do them properly. So that's why I will continue to promote those. But too much of my audience and too many people, I'm about to publish this video on Apex where I say I'm done with Apex because I did a stream where I put that in the title and most of my live streams get 1,000 views or 800 views. That one got 5,000 views because I put I'm done with Apex in the title because it's like clickbaity. I'm not really done with Apex. Apex pays me $10, $15, $20, $30,000 a month. Not in affiliate commissions, but in payouts. So I'm not done with them at all. They're still one of the best firms out there if you do these things correct. But too many of you are focused on the prop rules and the prop deals and all those things. Stop that nonsense, invest in yourself, and figure out how to do this properly. That's why I'm here. For all the haters that think, I don't need to do this. I really don't. Well, why don't you give it all away for free? Well, I do have costs associated with paying some of the people that are doing customer support and stuff for me. I have costs associated with the trade room software. But more importantly than that, you pay attention to what you pay for. You do not need to pay for any strategy, any training, and you can get a lot of that for free on YouTube. You're going to have to sift through a lot of shit to get there, but it's all available. You do not have to, I don't sell a course. I'm not going to sell you a course. I would make infinitely more money if I sold a course because it would be an amazing course and it would be synthesizing all of the stuff that happens in the trade room every day into some bite-sized modules. I have a free course. It's called the Futures Fanatic Foundation course. It's about 5 years old. You can get it on my website. But the only way you're going to learn this skill is by coming in and watching someone do it in front of you every single day. Guaranteed there is no one more transparent with exactly what is going to be similar to your experience, okay? The fact that somehow people have convinced people that transparency in trading is showing a statement from a brokerage firm to prove that you trade live capital, so that somehow that correlates or makes you qualified to tell people that all they have to do is be accountable to a daily risk budget. All right, we'll leave it there. Put the trades on the line. There you go. Stay green, trade like you mean it. Hopefully this resonates with you. If you hit the like button, it really does help spread the word on the type of education that's happening here. And I don't mean about the strategies. And I don't mean about anything other than sizing these programs appropriately so that you really can change your speculative life in a way that has never been possible before. All right, we'll see you at the next one. We'll stream tomorrow. And for those of you that come over to my website or check out the information over there, you'll be well set up for
Order filled.
even joining our trade room tomorrow and checking that out.
Order filled.
All right, appreciate you all. We'll see you at the next one. Be good. Bye-bye.